Welcome on in, Juniper. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm glad you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm surviving. I'm hanging in there, making
I
it
feel you.
happen.
Oh, I have those like after work, like I move and like something pops and I'm like, I'm so old.
I am aged. Oh no. All right. Well, today we're gonna do some art. We're
Yeah,
doing art together. It's a little laggy, but um, it's there. Okay. The first question is, why did you accept the invite?
but like to be here, to
Yeah.
be interviewed,
Yeah.
because you're super chill, and I think the things that you do are very like lovely and wholesome. And
Aw.
also, it was kind of flattering to get invited because it's just like I don't know, I'm like a small streamer, so it's just like
What do you think I am?
um bigger than me, I think.
Really?
I think so.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Alright, the next question is, what do you do?
Like in general, or
However you wish to answer that. It's
um,
open-ended.
like something in a professional sense, or like I don't know. Because like if you're talking about like real life, I guess this is technically my real life. I wish I was llama. Well, sheep actually. This is just a llama model, but I wish I was
Llama
sheep.
sheep.
I know. I know. Um. I'm like trying to think of like the three things I could say. I mean, I don't know. I work long hours. Like managing like a restaurant for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Um, yeah, and I'm also the guy that in the morning sometimes makes all of the pizzas. I
Ooh.
make all the dough for all the orders for the entire day. So if I don't show up, they have nothing to sell.
Mm. So you're kind of
Uh,
important, is what you're saying.
kind of, and it's kind of annoying because it means that like whenever something goes wrong, they ask me to come in. And I'm like, it's my one day off. Leave me alone. Actually,
I
please.
don't need to be there. You should have someone who also knows this stuff.
No, okay. So we actually hired new people,
Yeah?
and like they train them, and then like they always are like sick like simultaneously, and I'm just like, leave me alone. Call someone from the other store. I don't want to be here.
From what I hear is you make pizzas, and I guess if you want to add, what kind of stuff do you do online?
um, weirdly jack of all trades, kind of like it's one of those people like I dabble in a lot of things, so I rarely have one thing I'm focusing on at the time unless I get really invested on it. Like art is some things I'll get really invested in sometimes, and then I'll swap it to something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like streaming has been like my biggest hobby. It's the thing I like. It's why I'm like mostly here. I think. Like I don't think I would have met you or Jeffrey.
Tentacle Panther, yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't have known them if not for if I wouldn't have met you if not through him.
That's
And I
true.
wouldn't known like literally any of the people that I know, and they're all super chill. And it's been interesting because it's like I didn't expect to get as far as I have, but also I know that I got here through a lot of my own merit of just like
Mm-hmm.
being consistent. And I don't know. A lot of people tell me that I'm like I just have good vibes, and I'm just like thank you. I don't I'm like sometimes I'm like I don't know if that's enough, but thank you.
That's a mood.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of what I do. I by day I manage pizzas. By night I am sheep online.
I love it. It's the pizza sheep. Alright. Next question is, why do you do what you do?
I used to not do things for myself a lot.
Yeah?
I still kind of do things for others, but it used to be like a really really bad habit of like putting others before me, and so
Mm-hmm.
now I try and do things that are more for me. Like I said, streaming is very much just a thing that I do because I like it. I have fun,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just it has been a blast learning like modeling stuff and like retexturing, and like I've learned so many skills that I wouldn't have learned had I not like dove into it.
Mhm.
And it's, I don't know, it's very like empowering to be like, hey, I did this and I've done like this and I've set this together, and it's nice. And then I get to like be able to share that with people and make people have like a better time and help.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was just really funny because I'm just like, I did things for other people, and I'm immediately like, I did it for me, and it's for other people now. But yeah, no, I enjoy like being able to improve people's day, even if it's just like for a little while. Like it's nice.
Do you make things?
I do dumb meme art, which is like my
Ooh.
favorite thing to do.
I love
Um,
dumb meme art. Tell me more about this.
I actually was working on an emote, which was just a thing. Last was it last? No, I don't remember my own stream schedule. 2 days
Okay.
ago, it was on Friday.
Mhm.
I drew, or I have been working on this one emote, which is, I feel like you've seen it before, but like the only way I've ever seen it described is the Among Us like dumpy twerk.
Oh yes, yep.
Yes,
That's the one.
I have I on stream finished like the line work for that. I just need to add color now. I'm basically done, and it was really really fun to like work on that. And I didn't think I'd enjoy doing, well, because like I did have done art on stream before, but
Mhm.
like it's never been like the main focus.
Mhm.
So it was interesting to do that and be like, you know what, this is actually kind of nice. I feel weirdly productive just being judged by many people that
Mhm.
if I don't finish this, then they get mad.
Exactly. It's quite handy to have that, pressure of expectation thrust upon you. Next question is, why do you make things?
I find like I said, meme art really fun to do. But I do really enjoy like model work and texture stuff.
Mm.
I'm not the best at it because I crash coursed it because I really wanted to get my own model, like my own recolored model,
Mhm.
into VR chat so that I can hang out as like me with my friends.
Mhm.
But oh my god, it was like one of those like late night up until 4 a.m, just trying things and little by little getting further and further until it finally worked and I could upload a workable model.
Oh, yep. Mhm. I've been there.
But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was really cool.
I'm
And
glad you
like,
enjoyed.
yeah, and it's like I still need to improve like how I do some things, and sometimes I don't understand what's happening or why something's not working.
Mhm.
But it's a learning experience, and I it's one that I thoroughly enjoy. But yeah, for the most part, like I like doing creative stuff. It's hard for me to do creative stuff, but
Mhm.
when I get to it, I really do just like dive into it wholeheartedly. And sometimes I'll just be up late at night, just work on a thing, because for whatever reason it just caught my fancy that day.
Mhm. So I guess this kind of ties into the why. Is there any like deeper meaning to why you like to do creative projects like art, or
Um,
not really?
I feel like it's escapism kind of thing,
Mhm.
because like, oh, I don't know. I didn't have like, wasn't a, not that it was a bad childhood, but it just like also wasn't like my favorite time to
It
like
could
think
have been
about.
better.
Yeah, so like a lot of it was just kind of like escapism and like fantasy stuff and like being able to just imagine. Like oh god, I haven't written in so long, but I used to also write for like creative writing classes and whatnot. I have a novel I'm actually working on, but I
Oh,
haven't worked on
neat.
it in years at this point.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
I know what you
I
mean.
love love world building and I love doing stuff like that, and it just kind of lets me focus on that instead of like current situation stuff. Because boy howdy, real world stressful. Don't like it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
don't
scary out here.
don't recommend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like an escapism part to like to creating and why I like it so much.
That's nice. Thank you for
Also,
sharing.
it lets me bully my friends with inside jokes and art.
Yeah. Who is someone you like? And what I mean by this, it isn't like, ooh, do you have a crush? It's more like, who's someone that you think is cool?
I mean, I can answer the first kind, but um, I mean, like you for sure. Like you're just I don't know. You've got a really good vibe, and we have really nice conversations and whatnot. It's always a delight talking with you.
Aw, I'm
Um,
glad.
I know Alan is also really really cool. I
Oh,
like
they
him a
are
whole lot as well.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, they're also busy. They do a lot,
They
and
do so
it's
much.
it's amazing. Like the like that raid thing with the dragon fight. That was so
Yeah.
cool and so cute. And she does such awesome stuff. And like it, oh,
I have no
it's
idea
like a
how she
delight.
does it. It's
Yeah, no,
honestly incredible.
yeah. Otherwise, like I mean, there's Tentacle Panther. I like him as well, and
Hmm.
I. This sounds like I'm like it's like after that like also Panther, but no,
Uh,
like I genuinely I genuinely like him a whole lot, and
hmm.
he's kind of like actually the first friend I like the first streamer friend that I made like through streaming. So it's like it's weird because we talked about this before where he and I are just like, how long have we known each other? Like, it's been like a year or two, right? And then like
Hmm.
we checked and we're like, it's only been like 3 months. What? And we just were like, no, I've known you longer, right? And then no, we have not known each other very long. And it was the weirdest thing because it's like we feel like we've just been friends for like so long, and yet
Yeah.
it is not the case. And it's such a weird because like I don't have that with many people, and
Yeah.
so it was just really funny but really nice as well because it's just like yeah he's really really cool, and I don't know, I probably wouldn't have gotten as far as I have without like his influence and encouragement, so
Hmm.
I owe him quite a bit.
So we've mentioned a couple people. What do you like about them, particularly Tentacle Panther? Since they're the
um
person that's not me.
oh, so okay, so we'll start with you then, and
No,
or
I told you not to. I told you not to.
I told you that in confidence.
I did. I did.
Well, so like I mentioned that just like he's been a really big part of just kind of helping me get my foot in the door, just kind of talking with people. Like I said, he very much introduced me to you, to Alan, to Solidus as well. Like a bunch of really, really like lovely people that I would not have known of or probably even interacted with had it not been for him.
Hmm.
And
He
I don't
was the
know, it's like
glue that got you
yeah,
together.
I didn't know you can make duck glue, but here we are.
Here we are, duck
Um,
glue. Cool. Anyway, moving on.
moving on.
Wh-
5 things that Silver can say that why
No,
she's a good
no. In
person.
fact, no. Stop. In fact, the next question is, what do you like about yourself? So, ha.
I
Uno
hold the
reverse
mirror.
card.
I hold a mirror and deflect the Uno reverse.
No.
Anyways, what was the question?
Question was, what do you like about yourself?
It's hard to pick something, because not because like I'm like, oh, I don't like anything about myself. Like, I'm not that edgy, but I don't know. The things that like other people have told me that they like about me, and are things that I'm glad that are qualities that I have, are the fact that like people appreciate that I seem very like genuine and very like kind and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I'm not trying to like come off as that, I just kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to be perceived as just somebody who's just
Nice.
um nice and like I said, just genuine. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to be anything I'm not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that that's kind of like the way people view me.
Yeah.
And a thing that like isn't something that someone else has said about me, but that like just is personally something that I strive to do, and is what I hope is something that is that I love how much care and love I put into the people that I know. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like, it doesn't have to be like romantic love. Like it can be platonic love. Like
Yep.
there's different kinds of stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that when I'm comfortable with someone, I can wholeheartedly just kind of be like, hey, I really love you. Like, you're really chill, and I would. I almost was like, yeah, I'd like take a bullet for you, but like, I don't know, like, I want to support you like wholeheartedly and be here for you, because I think that you are worth like that kind of effort,
Uh-huh.
because you are like a wondrous person to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a give and take kind of thing. Like they don't have to like give me $50 and I'm like, all right, you're the
You're
best
my
person I
new
know now.
favorite friend.
But it's just kind of like, like the more I hang out with somebody, the more it's kind of like, yeah, you know what, this person is extremely worth being like loved and like
Cared
protected
about.
and cared about. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
All right. Ready for the next question?
I think so.
What about yourself inspires you?
Oh, Silver. Even when things are like really tough, really stressful and all that, like it'll take me a second, but I'll bounce back and just kind of put my like bury my nose in the books and work through and get through things, like as horrifying as it can be. Like I tend to be able to get through situations a little battered and bruised, but
You
okay by the end.
survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hearing that you have quite a bit of resilience.
Yeah, it's all the wool.
It's
It
all the
absorbs
wool. It's
it
I
absorbs
love
so
that.
much attacks.
I love that. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. The next question is, how do you react in uncomfortable situations?
Uh, I so jokingly want to be like cry and shit my pants.
uh,
No, it depends. In uncomfortable situations, I tend to like kind of like shut down and almost kind of like try and make myself small so that I'm like don't pay attention
that
to
you're not
me, like
seen.
just let the moment pass and then it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there have definitely been times where it's like I can't do that because like, you know, it's either my responsibility or I just it's just something that's happening that I'm just like I just morally don't agree with this. I have to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's a weird scale. I never really know how far one has to go on either side for me to react one or the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But like oh God, I'm trying to think of like a way I shut down. oh god, like when a customer yells at me, and I'm just like, I just
Oh,
work here. I'm not the owner.
yeah.
I just work here. Leave me alone. Even though I'm a manager. I'm just like I just like I just leave me alone. I don't work here.
When was the last time you were validated?
Oh god, this is gonna be quite literally gay.
Do it.
So I have a co-streamer every once in a while, Asher,
Okay.
and we've been friends for like ever. Like we met on Tumblr. Like that was how fucking like long ago we've been
That
friends.
is a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, I still have that message, and it's just him being like, "Hey, some of the posts that you reblog are funny, so I wanted to like hit you up." And I'm like, "This is so weird that this is how our friendship started."
Yeah.
But he no, I love him so much, and very quite recently I want to say I want to be like, oh yeah, he asked me out, but
Oh.
what it was is he tried to ask me out,
Oh no.
but he didn't know how to word things, so I
Mm-hmm.
basically kept being like, you don't have to like, I'm like, you don't have to have the word right now. I all I know is that the way that you make me feel is very like special and unique, and um like you don't have to say that you love me. It'd be nice, but
Not
um
required.
I I do know that it's difficult for you, and that you know you're still processing how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And like he just had like a huge sigh of relief, and it's just like, oh my god, I thank you. I was like, I wasn't sure what to say, and I was like, no, you're fine, I get it. But also, do you want to go out? And
That's
he's like, I
adorable.
mean, he's, oh god, I described this to a friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
because god, so we were in VR chat when he was
Yeah.
trying to ask me out,
Mm-hmm.
because you know friends tend to be not in your same state these days.
Mm-hmm.
And he was I just remember him like he was just being fidgety, like way more fidgety than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know this guy. He's being way extra fidgety. Something's up. And I distinctly remember him like kind of like looking around, because I know he like lives with other people,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm assuming he was kind of like embarrassed to like say it out loud and have anybody hear him.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see him like look around and then, like very obviously like, close the door in his room. It's like, oh, you're precious. And
Aw.
he's just we're just like twiddling his fingers together, just like
Mm-hmm.
so like I and he was so cute and just trying so hard to like express himself, and I'm like, and I was just like, I get it, it's okay, you don't have to do it all right now. I understand what you're trying to get through, and also yes, I care about you just as much as you care about me. And
Aw.
it was incredibly sweet and like very very like validating, because I'm like, I have like I've so I'm Demi,
Mm-hmm.
um which is demi romantic, demisexual, basic. It's like a it falls on the ace spectrum of asexuality and like
Mm-hmm.
aromanticism,
Yeah.
where like being the word demi, you it's like you don't have the same kind of attraction, but there are exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to go with people through like rotations
Mm-hmm.
where I will just be like infatuated with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all. It's always with people that I have known for like years and years. Like it's very rarely have I had like the same like feeling of infatuation with somebody that I've known for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
I have to always feel comfortable with the person, and I because I've known him for so long, I had gone through like cycles of like infatuation, and then I'm like, nah, we're just friends, and then infatuation, and nah, we're friends.
Mhm.
And it just happened to line up that I was in the middle of like being like very like, like, you know what, no, I've properly gone through all my feelings. I think I do just kind of love him, and he finally got the courage to actually say something, and I'm like, thank God, it was killing me. And he was also like, he's like, after he told me like the next day, he was just like, I didn't realize how stressed out it was making me holding all that in until
Mm,
now. I am so relaxed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad.
that's wonderful. The next question is, who are you?
Got it. So it's really funny that you asked me this because
Mhm.
like I recently realized that I go by Juniper more than I actually go by my real name. I was like said this so confidently, and I'm like, wow, I have nothing else after that.
That is it. Okay.
Um,
How about I replace it with the question that I think I should probably just in my notes. I should probably replace it with this. But who are you to you? Basically, how do you see yourself?
I'm definitely the kind of person that I am glad I turned out to be.
Mm.
Because I definitely used to like I feel like everybody like looks back and they're like, wow, I was kind of not a great like teenager. I sucked,
Mm-hmm.
and I had that a lot. I don't know. I do not look fondly back on my younger years. So I'm like, I don't think I was a good person, and
Mm.
not like not because I was like doing like shitty things. I was just angry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would just be mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine me mean? Like, don't bully me. I'll quiet. But that's who I've become now. But like, yeah, I just feel like bitter and cynical, and I didn't really see, or I didn't really want to look to like the good of people. I just kind of assumed that everybody sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm in a better spot now. I don't assume everybody sucks, but I'm also not naive enough to think that everyone's gonna have your best intentions. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, the kind of like who I am is definitely better, and I'm glad that I am who I am now, even
Mm-hmm.
if it took me a while to get here and I made a lot of mistakes to get here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's really the crux of it. I'm glad that I am who I am, uh, even though I wish it didn't take this long to get here.
Mm-hmm. Outside of race, gender, and career, how would you describe yourself?
So, Silver,
What?
how would you answer this one so that I know how to answer this one?
It's like,
Give me an example.
teacher, I'm lost. Let's see. Well, you already mentioned that you're genuine. We
Yeah.
could add soft if you're okay with soft.
I
Uh,
mean, pokes belly. Yeah, pretty soft here.
um, you're a gay soft artist.
If we
How
add
about that?
torture in there, then I can sell all my work for more once I pass.
All right, let's do it. Let's add tortured in there. Lived a hard life. Um, what is something that scares you?
Oh my god! So we explored this. Okay, there's two things that I brought up on stream that
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I will bring this up because it's not anything new.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fear of the deep ocean.
Mm.
So it's weird because it melds together with like my fear of the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Because like yeah, the deep ocean, it gets dark, it gets fucking scary, and
Mm-hmm.
also there's nothing around. It's just all blue or like black inky abyss. forever, and it sucks. I hate it. I had a horrible time playing through Subnautica. It was the worst.
I was just gonna say.
I had to overcome that fear so fast, and even when I did not fully overcome it because I was still like I would end those streams in like a cold sweat because I was just like so not okay where I had to be, and I was like, no, this game's all about going deeper to make progress, but this sucks.
The next question is, what's the hardest thing you've ever had to overcome?
These questions?
Really? This is the trial of your life?
Kind of. I got out of a friendship relationship that was just it was just a really bad situation. Like it was one of those like kind of friendships where you don't realize how like toxic and like bad it is for like the both of you until you're out of it, and then you're like, wow, that really wasn't super healthy actually.
That should have been done a while ago.
Yeah, and like we were friends for like a decade, and it was just kind of it's just one of those things where you're just like, we've been friends for so long, and it's the poisonous phrase of I'm used to this, I can handle it. And yeah, it was really not good, and I'm glad I'm out of that situation.
I am
I still have like weird like tics about it. Like I don't know, it left a lot of like left a lot of stuff for a therapist to do, and I do not have money for a therapist, so whenever I get to it, we'll fucking see.
All right. What frustrates you the most about life?
Just like the callousness of people that are in power and how little it seems like they care about the rest of us. And like government comes to mind for sure. And it's just like like right now everything is so expensive. Like I went to go get gas because it's been a while, and I was like, in my mind I was like, oh yeah, the gas is like $3.30 or something. Like it's not too bad. It was $5 per gallon, and I was like, what the fuck happened? I was like, I just got gas like 2 weeks ago. Why the fuck is this so high now? Like what? And we're like going in like the winter time. Like it should be lower. Like what the fuck is happening? And it's just like everything is so costly now, and there's so little that could be done to alleviate this by people that can make changes to rules or enact help for people. And it's not done simply on the basis of it's not profitable, or it's it's not going to help the quote unquote right people. And it's like it needs to help everybody. Like there's no right or wrong people to help. Everybody is struggling right now, and everybody needs some kind of relief, and it just doesn't. It just an uncaring and cruel cruelty of people that can do something about it, and they refuse to, for the like most inane and like heartless reasons, it feels like.
Yeah, that is pretty frustrating.
Yeah, like there's so much I wish I could do to help the people that I care about and the people that I love, that I can't because I'm in a poor situation, and it's like I can't do much, and it's just it's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating.
All right. The next question is, what excites you the most?
Doing stuff like this, honestly.
Yeah.
Like just hanging out with like people that I like and people that I love, and just kind of vibing with them. Like that's it. Gets me excited, but like in just like a like when you like leave a radio on for a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So there was the answer of like friends and doing things with them and all that, and yes, very much excites me, but also being able to be creative and flex my muscles, shit, like this, like art and like hanging out is basically the two of that mixed together.
Mm-hmm. This next one will be pretty easy. Why did you agree to the game we were playing? We're not playing the game, but we're doing an activity.
Because you kept offering me choices and I didn't know what to do and I was panicking, and then you said art and I was like, that actually sounds kind of nice, actually. You literally gave me crippling indecision because you kept being like, no, it's whatever you want, and I'm like, what if we do what you want? And you're like, no, whatever you want. And I'm just like, silver.
Stop. I see. So I'm not the only one. Wonderful. What is something you're proud of?
Streaming, honestly.
Yeah?
Like I mentioned, God, I keep saying I mentioned this before, but I did mention it before. I didn't think I'd get this far. Like, I'm affiliate, which I know it's small, but it's something. Like, it's definitely like I didn't expect to get paid any amount for this, but even like what I do is like and it. God, it's like it's kind of answering a lot of your, because it's also like validating, like, oh shit, I can actually do this, and people like it enough that they will, it makes me a small amount of income.
What is your most prized possession and why?
Yeah, Juniper definitely probably is my most prized possession. I used to have a sheep. I used to have a wolf character, and they were like my main for like the longest time. And I eventually had a friend design Juniper. And I don't know why, but I just loved it. I loved him like fully and wholly. And
the next question is, how do you take care of yourself?
I'm very much like a day at a time kind of person. So, like the way I take care of myself is just I make sure to get through the day, and then by the end of it, I do stuff like this where I'm in call with the people that mean a lot to me, and it helps recharge my batteries, so to speak. And it's nice. It's nice being able to just kind of like find refuge in the people that I care about, and that they actively want me to be a part of their lives. That helps a lot.
When are you the happiest?
Definitely, at least lately. Friends, of course, but definitely lately, just then my boyfriend sends me like messages. He's just like, "Oh, I was thinking about you," and and I'm just like glowing. And if I had a tail, it would be wagging. And
All right, and that's the last of the questions. I'm going to move us away from the art. Thank you for being here. I hope you had fun.
Oh, I did. This was. I'm not gonna lie, I was like stressing before because I was just like, I don't know how to do interviews. But
I'm sorry.
No, this was after the initial like stressing out. This has actually been really nice. Like,
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah, it's also been an interesting like thought process.
Yeah.
Making me think about things that I otherwise wouldn't have.
That's the point. To you, the invisible audience, if you enjoyed this conversation, you probably would like more of Juniper stuff. So where can they find you, Juniper?
They can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JuniperRam. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I believe, right now. I have been adding Tuesdays as well, and I stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you want like to keep more up to date, I do have a Discord that should have like an open update, like an open invite on said Twitch. But yeah, it'll be lovely to see all of you guys there. Invisible audience.
Yes. Wonderful. All right. Well, any closing statements before I stop recording?
No matter how you're feeling, where the day takes you, overall, I do hope that you end up being okay, and that you know that to someone you matter, and I hope you don't forget that.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. For those who watched, and thank you Juniper for being here. I'm glad I got to do this with you.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you mentioned you liked it, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
And yeah. All right. Thank you everyone. Have a good night and take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.